Well, one more round of Thoughts from Tumor Town with Bruce. And just thought I'd clarify for those of you who might be curious um, the level of side effects that I have been through in my cancer journey. um, with the chemo, obviously, lost a lot of hair. Most of it came back, but it grows really, really slowly now. Really, really slow, which is kind of weird. I don't know why, but it does. My index finger is like totally numb and dead to the world. Now, that's, they tell me more because of a pinched nerve in my neck than the actual side effect, but, all these things kind of trail together. So, whatever. And when I was doing chemo, basically they would give you the chemotherapy with some steroids. So, and pardon the cough, it's just the cancer. Uh, so that for the next couple of days, you actually felt pretty good, and then it would catch you, and you would feel like absolute crap. I mean, you would have no energy whatsoever. You would have no desire to eat. You would have no desire to do anything. You could hardly focus your mind on anything. All you wanted to do was simply curl up in a hole and let time go by. It was just awful. And it repeated itself. Every week was the same with that. Every week. Boom, boom, boom. You could count it with a clock, And just as you're starting to come around and feel normal again, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, you go in, boom, another infusion on Monday. And it took my taste away, the chemotherapy. I couldn't taste a thing. It was awful. Everything tasted like cardboard. And I mean everything. The only things that didn't were like heavy sweets, like ice cream or a really ice cold Coke, but everything else, cardboard. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. And you would get these blood blisters that would just appear. I mean, you would think, just, a bare tap of your finger on your arm, and you'd have this blood blister, you know, made you look like, some 100-year-old guy with all these blue dots all over your arms. It was incredible. It was just awful, and I got neuropathy, all my fingertips and my toe tips were numb, you know, throughout the whole thing. It was awful. Now, I never did suffer like heavy nausea or anything like that, I guess, which was good. But I went through a bit of constipation. I went through some insomnia. I went through some of that other stuff. And but from what I've gathered, talking to other people, my side effects were pretty mild, comparatively speaking, to what other people have gone through and what some of the other chemo drugs can do to you. But of course, on the radiation side, man, I can only imagine. But apparently, it didn't just burn the tumor. It burned my bronchia, all around here, all the soft tissue up here in the lung, all around my neck, my throat. Just burned the hell out of it. So my voice changed and has never been the same. Obviously, it sounds like it sounds right now. And that's not really me, kind of maybe, but not really. And the radiation left me with a burn on my skin, like a sunburn. It took several weeks to go away. Now, the immunotherapy side effects, If they're right, it screwed with my heart. It might have screwed with other things. I don't know. But it could have done all sorts of things. You just don't know, because that's a biologic. And who knows? But all I can say is that the tumor is about half the size now that it was in the beginning, but it's diffused itself throughout the upper part of the lung and down into the bottom of the lung to some degree. And it doesn't look like the immunotherapy worked, where it taught my immune system to go attack the tumor and keep it in check. Maybe we do another scan 6 months from now and it's the same. Maybe I'll change my opinion on that. I don't know. But, for this point, it doesn't. But, fortunately, as I said, for me, side effects wise, things were pretty good. I didn't suffer too bad. The neuropathy finally went away, except for that index finger. And all the others pretty much went away, but the loss of taste was the worst by far. Fortunately, that finally came back. I think it's altered, forever altered. Never going to be the same, but at least it's back, And that's worth something. But I don't have any like musculoskeletal or, pains and aches and, muscle tears or any of that sort of stuff as a result of any of this. So, I came out pretty good on that end. So, in the short stick, that's my little side effect story. I'm sorry mine are so weak by comparison to others, and I really feel sorry for all those people out there who go through living hell. And I have talked to several of them for whom chemo was just an absolute living hell. And I am so, so sorry. And I can only thank my lucky stars that it wasn't so bad for me. But then again, mine didn't cure me either. So there's that to be said. So that's it for this. On with more thoughts later. Peace and hang 10.